when you're in a deal, okay, and you have something just like this one as an example, where you definitely know that there's a range in which the seller is motivated enough to come to a price that will cause it to sell. I don't think that's a problem. The problem is you don't know what that is because you haven't spoken to a buyer yet, right? Because if you had a buyer right now who said that they would pay X, you'd have at least a path to success. You don't have that right now. You're going to keep negotiating with the seller and keep going down and down and down and down and down and down. And you don't know if you are even in the green or not, right? So it's
Right.
like I want to know what being in the green is. So like when I'm negotiating deals and when I make an offer, I know with 80 to 90% certainty, I can sell it for more money. And some deals I'm 100% certain I can make it sell for more money. Right. And some deals I'm like 20%. And when I'm 20%, I'm like, I tell my team, I'm like, hey, put this in front of a couple of buyers before I make an offer because I'm not sure. So just like this
So
deal, I'll do exactly like you just said. I'll reverse prospect all the previous sold properties in the market. I'll call every single one of them, or my team will, and we'll get some feedback. But until I get 4 or 5 or 10 people giving me some feedback about this deal, I have no idea what I need to sell this thing for.
yeah, I've kind of been SOL finding a buyer, to be honest.
No, but guess what?
Yeah.
That's feedback. What's funny though is that like, because look, you have two people. One guy's got an unbelievable buyers list, right? 10, 20. I mean, not a lot, but like 10 or 20 really active investors who are looking to buy 5 or 10 deals every single year in great products in specific markets. And maybe that person generates maybe, let's say, 5 or 10 leads a month, specifically for those people. Okay. And then gets 5, 10, 20, 30 offers a month on those properties every single month. That person will make more money than the guy who generates 400 leads a month, but has absolutely no buyers and doesn't get any offers on anything. So the seller
Right.
leads are incredibly crucial, but they mean nothing if you don't have any buyers and you don't get any offers on your properties. So it's like that's why right now for a foundation, it's like, look, you don't need hundreds of buyers. You need like a dozen good ones. A dozen active guys who buy 2, 3, 4 properties a year, 5 properties a year if you're lucky, right? Because you're not going to get every single one of the properties they want to buy, right? They're working with a lot of wholesalers, a lot of brokers, a lot of people, like they're doing their own searching. So
Gotcha.
it's like, we're not going to get 100% of that pool, but we're going to try to get as much as we can by prospecting for it.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
You also then
All
try to
right.
say, trying to better understand how I should pursue my real estate license better. Cool, cool. Okay. Nothing closed in the past 2 months, but I've submitted a lot of offers, doing well. I think that in the short amount of time, for example, I've connected with the seller with the 98 unit, like you talked about. What I want you to start doing is this process. Right now, for the next, call it 30 days straight, I don't even want you to talk to a seller. Okay. I want you to call buyers like a madman. And I want you to, choose a couple good markets wherever you choose, but you have to understand you're going to go deep, not wide. You're going to choose a couple good markets where you want to prospect and you kind of know the markets. I'm not saying, maybe it's the whole state of California, maybe it's Arizona, or Texas. Who cares? It doesn't matter where you're choosing, but you're going to choose a main market and you're going to go find the 5 or 10 top buyers in those markets. As an example, where do you want to choose?
Well, I'm in San Jose. I'm thinking the Bay Area, NorCal as a start. I don't know if it's a
Okay.
good thing, a bad thing. Is it competitive? I don't know.
I mean, look, California, in my opinion, is a completely fucked up market. California is the only state I'll ever say that about, by the way. Okay, every other market,
That's everyone.
wherever you choose, and again, if it's San Jose, wonderful. But I mean, maybe I don't know. California just is a weird market. I know, look, for luxury residential real estate, fuck yeah. For commercial, it's a pretty fucked up market. People are buying 4 caps. I don't even understand it. And then someone's
Right.
like, that's not enough for me. I want a 2 cap. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. It's just crazy shit. But I'm saying, even if it's San Jose as an example, because this works for any market, okay? All you're going to do is you're going to reverse look up the property owners on Reonomy, which have you seen me do that, or do you want me to show you?
I'd love to see it. Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll do it right now.
If it isn't NorCal, I was just thinking because if I get my license, I'll be up here for
That's
the
fine.
most part.
Okay, cool.
If not here, then it's gonna be Colorado because I have property in Colorado or Arizona or somewhere in Texas.
So all you're going to do is, and by the way, any one of those work, okay?
Okay.
But I would choose a market where you know it fairly well. Okay, like we're not completely blinded, learning a brand new market, and then choosing an asset class or two that you relatively understand. If it's mobile home parks, great. If it's RV parks, great. If it's retail, great. If it's mobile, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But you're going to choose an asset and you're going to choose a market and you're just going to go deep first. And you're going to become the go-to guy, right, for off-market, properties of this specific asset class in this main market. Does that make sense?
You got it. Yeah,
All right, so
makes
tell me a
sense.
market real quick, and I'm going to share my
Uh,
screen.
Colorado Springs.
Two things, okay? It's going to be the owners tab in a second, but we're going to be looking at this until we get a more accurate piece of data. So what type of asset class are you looking at?
I mean, let's say mobile home parks again.
Okay, cool. So in Colorado Springs, we're going to go to multifamily mobile home parks. Like, I mean, you're pretty familiar with this, okay?
Oh, shit, there's a lot.
We're going to click on, you can actually probably leave these blank. We want to include a phone number, though. That's important. Properties in portfolio, we're going to do, let's say 5 to start. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do sales within the last 2 years. Okay. There was only 5 that made our criteria. But now we're going to go to owners, and these are the 5 guys in the market. So these are going to be the big players in your market that you should get to know. So each one of these guys own more than 5 parks, at least one in this market. I mean, obviously, Equity Lifestyle is a freaking huge one. I don't know if I get them on the phone, but Andrew McCabe, Janet, John. The point is, like, a lot of these you can definitely get in touch with, right? Same thing if hypothetically we did, instead of 5, let's go down a little bit. Let's go like 2.
I should expand my criteria. This, I mean, it's only 9, barely.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, look, you could definitely do, let's
Like
see,
Denver or something.
well, I'll just say Colorado, all right? Instead of Colorado Springs, we just do all Colorado, 95. There you go. What's going to happen here is like now you can start making some decisions based on portfolio assessed values. Like obviously we're not going to call you're probably not going to get through to Equity Lifestyle, right? But everybody else I would call, like these 15 people, the top 15 on this, if you sort by assessed property value, these people are the most interesting to me.
Gotcha.
Okay, you're gonna reach out to all of them until you build your relationship with with at least half a dozen people where if you find anything in these markets, right, you're gonna be able to sell it to them. Some of them are gonna tell you, I don't want to buy mobile home parks, I want to buy shopping centers. And what's gonna happen is that you're gonna be pulled in these different directions. Going deep first is fine, and then you'll expand over time. But the problem is that when you get pulled in all these different directions, right off the bat, it can be pretty difficult because all of a sudden now you're looking for 17 different products for 17 different people. And if one guy doesn't want the property, you're fucked. What I prefer is saying, hey, I have a dozen mobile home park guys. I have a dozen shopping center guys that are all looking in this pocket. So as long as I drill this pocket and I go crazy and I prospect like a madman in this little pocket for any type of asset class, I've got these dozen people to bring the deal to. That's how I am with New Jersey. So like New Jersey is an example. I can sell any asset class. It doesn't matter. As long as the price is relatively decent, I have a guy for hotels, liquor stores, car washes, gas stations, multifamily, retail, everything you could possibly imagine. I've got a guy for it. And I don't just have one. I've got many people who will buy it. So I can immediately attach a deal to an email. I can call a dozen good, like top players, get their feedback, and then I can go into an email and send it to my other 300 buyers that I have in that market. So now obviously I've been doing this 10 years and built these lists over time, but now it's like that's how we can sell a deal like this, as long as it's priced appropriately.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm saying you're gonna choose your market. You're gonna find every single buyer, and you're just gonna go deep into that market. Build your buyers list and just go ham on prospecting for opportunities for them.